Action.
And go. Yeah. Have you ever wondered how your blood goes round and round? My name is Candace, and I will be discussing the heart's anatomy as well as the pumping process. So your heart is the most important muscle in your body, as well as the hardest working muscle in your body. So personally, I started learning about the heart while I was in the EMT program, but I didn't understand the actual importance until I started working as an EMT. So a little bit about the heart. The heart is part of the circulatory system, and it supplies the oxygen and nutrients your body needs, as well as takes out the carbon dioxide and waste. So the reason why this is important is because without this process, your organs and your tissue would die. So a little bit about the heart's anatomy is the heart has 4 chambers. It has the right atrium, which is the top right of the heart, and it has the right ventricle, which is the bottom right of the heart, and then it has the left atrium, which is the top left of the heart, and then the left ventricle, which is the bottom left of the heart. Okay, so your heart also has arteries, veins, and valves throughout it. So there's the superior and inferior vena cava, which is a vessel that takes deoxygenated blood to your heart. Then you have the tricuspid valve, which is the valve in between the right atrium and the right ventricle. And then you have the pulmonary valve, which is the valve between the right ventricle and the pulmonary artery. And the pulmonary artery is what carries the deoxygenated blood to your lungs. And then there's the pulmonary vein, which is where the oxygenated blood returns. And then you have the bicuspid valve, which is in between the left atrium and the left ventricle. And then there's the aortic valve, which is the valve between the left ventricle and the aorta. And the aorta is what pumps the oxygenated blood throughout your body. So that is a little bit about the anatomy. And now I'm going to talk about the pumping process. So deoxygenated blood comes in from the superior and inferior vena cava, and it pumps into your right atrium. So from there, it'll go through the tricuspid valve into the right ventricle. And then from there, the right ventricle, it'll pump through the pulmonary valve into the pulmonary artery, where it goes into your lungs. It'll get oxygenated, and then once that happens, it'll return through the pulmonary vein, and then it'll go into your left atrium. From there, it will go through the bicuspid valve into your left ventricle, and from there, it'll go through the aortic valve and pump the oxygenated blood to the aorta, where from there it'll go through your to the rest of your body. So that is the pumping process. And so the heart works very hard throughout the day to make sure that your body gets the oxygen and nutrients it needs for survival. And now you know a little bit about the parts of the heart and how it pumps blood. So when you're listening to your heartbeat, just know that it's what's keeping you alive. Thank you.